Hi there, this is Mike Gonzalez with Green Vigilante Media. Today I'm here with Barby Ulmer, who is a member of WILF and Our Developing World, and also with the Peace and Justice Center. Barby, can you tell us about this Peace Vigil today and what your involvement with it is?
Well, a month after 9/11, the Lowe's and Gertrude Welch co-founded the Peace Vigil on Fridays. They started it in front of the government building on 2nd and San Carlos. But after a couple of years, every Friday, they decided to move it here in front of the MLK Library because there's a lot of foot traffic as well as cars going by, and it became a little bit bigger, and we have one member who's taking care of our mom in Taiwan right now who actually uses a counter to see how many cars honk their horns. And her husband Len, who didn't go to Taiwan, doesn't use the counter, so we have no idea how many people have.
It's certainly inspiring when they come by and honk to let them know that there's some unity between us and them.
Exactly. That's why we're here, to let them know they're not alone, and they, with their honks, let us know that we're not alone.
So what do you think of the recent decision by Trump to pull our troops out of Syria?
Yes.
Yes. That's a victory for this movement.
Absolutely. And also out of Afghanistan, taking some of them out of Afghanistan. So that's a victory too. And stopping refueling Saudi's planes that are bombing Yemen, that's a victory. But we have a long way to go because we're such a militaristic society.
Right, right. How long have you been coming out here?
Ever since it started.
And was that in like 2001 or something like that?
It was 2000, October 2001.
Yeah, yeah. So, what do you hope to accomplish by this peace movement?
Peace.
Ultimately, an end to all wars.
Yes, because nonviolence has actually accomplished a lot more than wars. Wars create more problems. If we look at the problems that there are in the world and work with the people to find out what they need and work together with them to make a better world for them, we won't have to have wars. Wars don't accomplish anything positive.
What do you think about our politicians? And it just seems to me like very few of them are advocating for peace. Why do you think that is?
Because they are funded by the war machine. We've got to get money out of electoral politics. And then we can see some of these politicians turn around. Our newly elected Democrats in the House were not funded by the war machine. So I think we can look for a change there.
Do you think that they are the catalyst for change? Like you said, we are stopping the funding of or the supplying of bombs to Saudi Arabia to bomb Yemen, and Bush is pulling out of Syria and partially out of Afghanistan. Do you think that's because of the surge in progressive Democrats?
I do not expect logical action from the president. He could turn it around tomorrow, but I'm hoping that it continues.
Yeah, I think we all do. Everybody in the peace movement. And
Absolutely.
that's a friend of humanity, I would say.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How about the border wall and the problem with refugees coming from South America? Is there a difference in American foreign policy that would help the immigration problem as well?
Big time. The people coming from, most of them are coming from Honduras. A few from El Salvador, a few from Guatemala. Our foreign policy in Latin America, but particularly in Central America, has been so outrageously anti-human. In Honduras, we supported the coup and continue to support the results of the coup. This is not helping people. It's Honduras says they're open for business, and what they mean is investments of U.S. companies. The people are not considered in this policy. So Honduras has become anti-Hondurans. They have taken land away from the indigenous and not given them anything in exchange. So they are left with no way of making a living. And consequently, there are more unemployed, and there are more people who are not getting any help from the government. Consequently, there are more unemployed, there are more people without housing, there are more people who are poor and have kids who are being recruited by the gangs. And it's very scary for parents. So they're the ones who are taking their kids, and they're on the border. It's gangs that were trained because they joined gangs, Salvadorans joined gangs in LA. That's all. And then they were deported. So they took their gangs to El Salvador. And those are the people who are coming up here to get away from the gangs. I mean, not the gangs, but the people who are afraid of the gangs that are coming up here. So, yes, it is our foreign policy that's causing this massive self-deportation from Honduras and El Salvador, and until we stop this murderous foreign policy, it will continue. And the wall and the militarization of the border is crazy because they are not people who have disease or have reason to hurt anybody. They're mostly people who have relatives who are here. Some of them are undocumented, so they can't come forward to help. But they're working here and they're adding to our economy. And we unfortunately, we have a person in the White House who doesn't understand what's going on and what he's doing on the border, and this will the president go back to wanting help from helping people instead of the horrible policy he's following? You can't deal with him.
Yeah. So there's a lot of talk right now of a Green New Deal. Do you think a Green New Deal will help our economy, will help especially with a peace element to stop the wars?
If it has that element in it, yes, it's a very good thing, and yes, it will help our economy, and it will also help.
Okay, so we're back. We ran out of batteries there, but we were talking about the Green New Deal, and if it was a good policy or a good economic plan, because militarization, the military is very obviously, war is very bad for the environment.
Terrible.
And so we were talking about how, if it was a good policy, especially if it had the element of peace and ending war.
And military aid in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
And if we could shut down all the military bases around the world, that would be a boon to greening the planet. Yes, I certainly support the Green New Deal, and I've been writing a lot of emails about it.
Excellent. Well, thanks for talking to us, Barbie, and I'm sure we'll see you again soon.
I'm sure.
Thank you.